This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story this evening, commissioners in Northport were scheduled to have an important discussion on medical marijuana tonight. But that topic was pulled at the last minute because one of the commissioners was out sick. It's still an issue on the minds of a lot of residents. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us now with more in the studio tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, this is certainly a hot topic there in Northport. City officials still have some very important choices to make. It's all about location, and that's what the city of Northport is trying to figure out when it comes to where to place medical marijuana dispensaries. Back in November, commissioners gave the thumbs up for 2 medical marijuana dispensaries in the city. Daniel Morris and his wife are part-time residents of Northport. Morris tells us he's all for having these dispensaries in Northport.
If people want it, they can get it anyway. So what's the difference? You know, at least this way it's, supervised and you know what's in it. Commissioners agree that one of the dispensaries would be located to the east of Sumter Boulevard and the other to the west. What's up for discussion now is how close to schools and residential areas these dispensaries can be located. Right now, the agreed upon distance is a 1,500-foot buffer from schools and churches and an 800-foot buffer from homes. City officials say the problem with the current buffer distance is that there are only a handful of locations that would work east of Sumter and none to the west.
Definitely restricts because there's a lot of residential platted lots in the city, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. So we are also presenting some other scenarios that the commission can look at.
What will be discussed with commissioners are distances as close as 150 feet to residential areas and 400 feet to schools and churches.
We feel we came in with a very highly conservative attitude the first time, and after further research and analysis, we feel comfortable that we could scale back on both of those and still protect the safety and welfare of our citizens.
Some places in Northport where city officials believe could work for these medical marijuana dispensaries include this land at the corner of Sumter and Davis and this strip mall at the corner of Toledo Blade and Davis. Northport resident Randy Crane says she has mixed feelings about medical marijuana, especially in her city.
I don't really feel comfortable with it. I don't really like the idea of it. I see that there are medical benefits from it, but I don't think a dispensary should be here in Northport.
And Northport officials say medical marijuana will be talked about at the commissioners' meeting on Tuesday, April 4th. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. Also in Northport, one of the commissioners is pushing for the discussion on lessening the negative impact single-use plastic bags. That discussion is still in the very early stages, so at this point the city hasn't stated whether it is for or against this issue. Last week, the Florida Senate committee advanced a bill to give coastal communities an opportunity to ban or regulate the use of plastic bags.
It's something that communities around the country here and there have certainly discussed and even passed. Some people think it's a great idea. Others have some concerns with it. So this is an opportunity to discuss it and the potential impacts that will have on this community.
Northport city officials tell us the vote on the plastic bag issue is expected to take place on Monday, April 3rd. An Osprey woman faces multiple charges after authorities say she threatened rowers and coaches from Sarasota Crew with a firearm. The incident happened where Sarasota Crew practices on Palmetto Avenue at Spanish Point yesterday evening. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies arrested 62-year-old Donna Betts today. She's the wife of guitarist for the Allman Brothers band, Dickie Betts. She faces 18 separate charges of aggravated assault with a firearm. The report says rowers were getting into the water with their boats when Betts appeared on her dock with a Winchester rifle in hand. The report says she then pointed the rifle at the rowers and said if they came on her property, they would be shot. The 911 call gives some details about the scene.
One neighbor has a rifle and is pointing it at our kids on the dock.
Yes,
There's a restraining order against this neighbor, and she's on the dock with a rifle right now, pointing it towards the kids.
The report says coaches have had several similar incidents in the past with Betts. The new owner of DeSoto Square Mall is putting aside $7 million to update the building. The managing director and owner wants to make the mall an exciting destination for Bradenton residents to shop, dine, and enjoy entertainment. The mall plans to add new retail stores and some freestanding restaurants. The mall says it is talking with a national movie theater, new food court restaurants, and 3 sit-down full-service restaurants.
This improves the condition of the community, new jobs, more people can buy things, and this moves the economy.
Everybody loves to shop at Costco. So if you want to make it a success, do something that the common person wants.
The first phase of this project is expected to begin next month. And now for a check on our forecast, we've had a string of really beautiful days. Let's head over to Bob.
And a beautiful night tonight it is, Haley. A high pressure continues to dominate our weather, mainly east of the state right now. And this high really not budging much. We're kind of in between two storm systems, a pretty big one with a gale center out there into the Atlantic and to the west of us, a tremendous storm system causing numerous reported tornadoes and baseball-sized hail over parts of Texas tonight. So rough weather to the west, which eventually will have an impact on our weather by Friday. Currently, though, we have clear skies here, nice 69 degrees, and the dew point temperature is at 65. Winds are calm and the pressure on the rise at 30.06 inches. And as far as the atmosphere is concerned, it's pretty dry right now, so we're not anticipating any rainfall throughout the day on Wednesday. Thursday looks dry too, but by the time the storm system arrives, it looks like we may begin to see some moisture move back in, which will give us a better chance for a few showers around. We'll have more details on that coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Police in Oklahoma are investigating the fatal shooting of 3 would-be burglars. The teenagers broke into a Tulsa home and they were shot to death by the homeowner's son. ABC's Danya Backus reports.
Inside this Broken Arrow, Oklahoma home.
They were dressed in black, all had masks on and all had gloves on.
Sheriff's deputies say it was a burglary attempt that ended with 3 teenagers killed.
There was a short exchange of words and then gunfire happened.
Deputies saying it was the homeowner's 23-year-old son, Zach Peters, who woke to the sounds of the masked men breaking in. He fired the fatal shots with an AR-15 rifle, the sound carrying through the neighborhood.
Well, I thought it was thunder. I just heard something. I had the doors closed.
The intruders were ages 16 to 18.
2 of the suspects we are considering armed. One was with brass knuckles, the other one was with a knife.
A 4th person, Elizabeth Rodriguez, turned herself in and is believed to have been the getaway driver. Court documents suggest she may have known Peters, but police say the connection isn't clear.
We're trying to clarify as to why they chose that house. Was it random, or was there some other knowledge that the suspects had that they chose that house?
Prosecutors say Oklahoma law allows for Rodriguez to be charged with the 3 murders, even if she did not pull the trigger. She has not yet been charged. And Oklahoma's Make My Day law allows homeowners to use deadly force in self-defense. It has not been determined if the homeowner's son will face any charges. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The Coast Guard is delivering 16 tons of cocaine seized in international waters. Crews in Fort Lauderdale are using a crane to offload wrap bales of the drug worth about $420 million. The Coast Guard and Canadian ships seized the drugs in 17 separate smuggling raids. Several of those missions were challenging, made rough in rough waters or at night.
When those smugglers are racing across the Caribbean or the Pacific, they're just not carrying cocaine. They're delivering violence, corruption, and instability to a part of the world, the Western Hemisphere, that just can't absorb it.
More than 30 suspected drug smugglers were arrested during the seizures and have been sent to various jurisdictions for prosecution. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast, plus why Congressman Devin Nunes has quickly become the most talked about person in Washington this week, and where you can hitch a ride for free in Sarasota starting tomorrow.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Hello, America. I'm John Crow. It's Tuesday, March 28th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $162 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 35. That's followed by 30. Up next, we have 46. Your next number is 37, and your final white ball for this Tuesday evening is 33. Now for the Mega Ball. Tonight's Mega Ball number is 10. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 35, 30, 46, 37, 33, and the gold Mega Ball is 10. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Friday's jackpot could be $174 million. Good luck in Play On, America.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Does breastfeeding really benefit kids in the long run? That's in Health Smarts.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
Bob, not many complaints in the weather department
not
lately.
At all. And last
Maybe the dry
spring breakers
rush.
are still down or two enjoying the beach weather.
Sure
it has been
are.
very nice,
Yeah.
although the kids had to go back to school yesterday or the day before in Ramsey County yesterday. We are looking at the beach weather right here. Get a look at this. This is from Marianne. She says she's been going to the beach 52 years and has never seen anything like it. Looks like red tide, doesn't it? Kind of discolored water. Well, those are millions of bait fish. That's a good sign, too. Red tide, the latest report we have is that just low to really background concentrations being felt spotty areas across the Suncoast. But look at all those bait fish just lined up right there at the beach at the North Jetty. Well, here's a look at the sunset tonight. Time lapse. Get a look at it from Van Wezel webcam. A beautiful night it was, or evening, and you can see no clouds around at all, and a nice afterglow right there as the sun went and dipped below the horizon. Well, those photos keep coming in. Kathy sending this one in to pics@mysuncoast.com, having some dinner right there at the Dockside Restaurant in Venice. And this one from Fred Seeger, a constant contributor, and showing this at Sunset Point with some seagulls going on by. That should be Marina Jack by Skip Ross, sending that photo in right there. Well, as the satellite and radar shows right now, nothing going on here. It is high and dry. We could use the rainfall. We're nearly 6 inches below average for the year. And you can see a few showers over Georgia and into Alabama. That's an old frontal system that never had a chance to make it all the way down because of a large area of high pressure situated off the coast right here off of Florida. And that's really dominated our weather lately. It is going to slide away by Friday as this storm system, which is causing all sorts of headaches over Texas and Oklahoma tonight, moves slowly in our direction. Now, it'll be nice Wednesday, Thursday looks good too, but by Friday we'll start to see an increase in clouds. 69 degrees right now, and the dew point temperature is at 65. Winds are calm, pleasant evening, and the pressure is high at 30.06 inches. The high today was just 1 degree above average. The same was the low, so pretty close to where we should be. 40 was the record low set back in 1969. Well, the rainfall deficit I mentioned at 5.69 inches, and that number expected to go higher. And Friday's rain should not be a gully washer. We'll see a few showers around, and they'll be scattered about on Friday afternoon and evening. 68 in Tallahassee, 74 in Orlando now, 75 in Key West, 74 in Miami. Temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s. The Gulf water temperature at 73, and that's what makes it so nice at the beaches in the afternoon. While inland areas are getting into the upper 80s here. Coastal locations in the upper 70s. That's due to that west sea breeze that develops around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Kind of keeps things a little bit cooler right near the coast. Highs there will be into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees tomorrow afternoon. I'll look for a lot of sunshine too on Wednesday as that high pressure holds on for at least a couple more days before it moves away. But the big talk has been the tornadoes that have been breaking out across parts of Texas all day long, and especially this afternoon and evening. Over 15 reported tornadoes there moving through. Checked from the Severe Forecast Center and their Prediction Center, and they're saying that there have been no fatalities, but there have been 3 fatalities of storm chasers. There was a car accident as one of the storm chasers blew through a stop sign and hitting another storm chaser there. So kind of a tragic evening for the folks that chase these tornadoes that do pop up, especially this time of year into Texas. And right now there are still some tornado watches out, the area in red and the area in yellow. Severe thunderstorm warning still, or watch is still in effect. There are numerous severe thunderstorm warnings still going on now over South Texas. The reason why is the contrast of this cold air to the west and northwest of the system and that warm air out ahead of it. 40 right now in Chicago. For boaters, southeast winds turn to the west. Should be nice. 5 to 10 knots out there, a light chop, and seas running 2 feet or less. Water temperature now at 73 degrees. Tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay. High tide will be at 2:07, low tide at 8:37, sunrise at 7:24. Fair tonight, 62 for your low. And tomorrow looks great again. Beaches 78. If you go a couple miles inland, 82, even further still into the mid to upper 80s. And the extended forecast shapes up like this. Increasing clouds on Friday. Chance for showers at 40%. Saturday looks to be nice, and Sunday as well. And then another chance for some showers late Monday and into Tuesday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. House Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes is under increased calls to resign. Democrats are also crying foul after Nunes canceled hearings this week that would have included testimony by Sally Yates. ABC's Lana Zach is following it all from Washington.
The White House is denying that they pressured the House Intelligence Committee to stop former acting Attorney General Sally Yates from testifying on Russia.
We have no problem with her testifying, plain and simple.
Yates planned to appear before the committee this week, but according to Democratic members, Chairman Devin Nunes canceled all meetings, including the one which would have allowed Yates to testify. But when asked about it, Nunes says it wasn't a cancellation per se.
Nothing has been canceled. Until Comey comes forward, it's hard for us to move forward with interviews and depositions.
And in a written statement regarding Yates, his staff said, "We still intend to have her speak to us." Nunes, who had been a member of the Trump transition team, is currently under fire himself. Democrats and even some Republicans are questioning if he can lead an impartial investigation into alleged Russian ties to the Trump administration, particularly given the latest revelation that he met with a source on the White House grounds last week.
I think it would be in the chairman's interest as well as the committee's for him to recuse himself.
Nunes says he sees no reason to recuse himself.
We're doing a very thorough job on this investigation.
And as the president's own son-in-law prepares to speak with the Senate Intelligence Committee on meetings he had with Russian representatives, including the state bank head appointed by Russian President Vladimir Putin, the White House says it's much ado about nothing.
If the president puts Russian salad dressing on his salad tonight, somehow that's a Russian connection.
Yates, you may recall, is the one that came to the White House and said that National Security Advisor Michael Flynn was not being truthful about his interactions with Russian officials. She was later fired by President Trump after she refused to carry out his first travel ban. And now the Senate Intelligence Committee says that they are looking forward to having her testify. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
A status hearing today in the case of Markeith Lloyd. He's the Florida man accused of killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend and an Orlando police officer. Lloyd has been defending himself and has pleaded not guilty. The judge has ruled that the state attorney Brad King will try the case. The governor had removed another prosecutor after she said she would not seek the death penalty. This new prosecutor has not announced if he will seek the death penalty. Back here on the Suncoast, a new ride service is scheduled to start in downtown Sarasota tomorrow. iRide Sarasota will begin operating at 11 a.m. The free service is available to the public every day from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The ride will also operate during the downtown farmers market on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. You can get a ride from the shuttle by either just flagging down the vehicle, calling their direct number, or by using the free mobile app, which will be available soon. Sarasota also preparing for the opening of Sailor Circus's Once Upon a Circus. It's centered around fairy tales and timeless stories coming to life. The show will feature new acts and acts that have not been performed by the group for several years. It includes 800 costumes and music from the classics like Cinderella, Fantasia, and Beauty and the Beast. The show will run at the Sailor Circus Arena from April 11th through April 15th. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's what we're working on at this hour.
I was in the makeup room, they're putting my wig on, and I literally, it was like a scene from like a mental hospital. I'm getting the wig on me, and I'm sitting there the whole time going, China, China, China.
Our community has its struggles. The fact is, people have less than they did just a few years ago, and sadly, the need becomes more profound every day. Season of Sharing provides funds to help individuals and families in need, ensuring they will not end up homeless and without a roof over their heads. Together, providing a helping hand and making a difference. Season of Sharing. Give today at cfsarasota.org.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
Now, sports.
Florida softball coach Tim Walton has apologized for a shoving match with Auburn's shortstop during post-game handshakes. The apology was posted today on the Gators softball Twitter account. Take a look at this. This is how it happened. After the Tigers beat Florida 1-0 last night, Holly Fagan did not shake Walton's hand. She is highlighted with the arrow in the video. Well, there may be an arrow in the video. If not, you can pretty much see what's going on. The coach lightly shoved her in the shoulder with his right hand. Fagan pushed Walton in the back, and the two exchanged some words. Then a scrum broke out around them, and yelling Fagan and the coach. They were separated. There's history, though, between the coach and Fagan's sisters. Casey and Sammy Fagan both played for Walton at Florida, but were dismissed from the team in 2012. Casey is now a graduate assistant with the Auburn softball team. Some drama there. 2 spring training games tomorrow on the Suncoast. The Rays will host the Orioles in Port Charlotte, and at Lecom Park in Bradenton, the Pirates will take on the Phillies split squad. Both games get underway at 1:05. You want to get out to spring training, only a few games left, so better take advantage now. A former Sarasota High School star changing teams. The Cincinnati Reds claiming Scooter Gannett off waivers from Milwaukee. He'll make a $2.5 million this season. Gannett played 4 seasons with the Brewers, hitting a career-high 14 homers and 56 RBIs last season. The 26-year-old was actually born in Cincinnati, but went to high school here in Sarasota. The Washington Nationals say President Trump has declined an invitation to throw out the ceremonial first pitch before their game on opening day. A spokeswoman for the team says the White House said Trump would not be at next week's game at Nationals Park because of a scheduling conflict. Washington hosts Miami next Monday afternoon. President Obama did throw out the ceremonial first pitch at the Nationals opener in 2010, marking the 100th anniversary of a presidential pitch to start the season. William Howard Taft started this tradition back in 1910. Protecting young athletes from sexual abuse, front and center on Capitol Hill. The Senate Judiciary Committee took on the subject. Chairman Chuck Grassley pointed to recent events such as sexual abuse in gymnastics programs and earlier bans against swim coaches for abusing teenagers. Grassley said sexual abuse is a heinous crime and especially disturbing at the hands of someone in the position of trust. Several former Olympians testified about the abuse they suffered while they were young athletes. The hearing concerns a bill that could reshape sex abuse reporting guidelines in Olympic sports. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
In the real estate business, trust is important. It's not just about money, it's a place where we live and create memories. Buying a home is such a big investment, you want to find the right one. You don't want to be sold a home, you want someone you can trust to help you find the right home. I am proud to work at an agency where these values matter. I would love to be your realtor. I am Chandra Boone and I'm a proud realtor at SWC Properties.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Fun for the whole family. The 25th Annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, benefiting special athletes of Sarasota County. Fossil vendors, arts and crafts, food, children's games, and live entertainment. With headliners, the Gator Creek Band on Friday night, Rockin' Rogues, Kim Betts, Glass Onion, Kettle of Fish, Paisley Craze, and the Boogeymen. Admission $4. Children 12 and under free. Parking is free. The annual Venice Shark's Tooth Festival, April 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Venice Airport Festival grounds.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Well, Bob, I think we're kind of a broken record saying the weather's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You're going to like it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I know
Right.
that. No tracking of storms here, but big storms in Texas tonight.
Yeah,
those are going to be
terrible.
moving in our direction, but they're not going to be like the severity that we've seen there in Texas. And it looks as though we will get some much-needed rainfall from the system by Friday afternoon.
That's good, yeah. So what everyone went through there was rough.
Oh,
so,
yeah, it's tough going.
All right, we'll see everyone tomorrow. Have a good night.